Hello everyone, this is the Awesominator here once again, and today it is pretty clear whom I have upon my desk. Just received him in the mail today. The one, the only, devourer of worlds, Galactus. Just let me sneak over to my chair here, and we shall begin. Gotta bring my camera all the way back here. Once again, I will hide behind my lamp so you do not see my face. Galactus, what more can I say? Specifically, he's the Cosmic Power Galactus, from the Silver Surfer show. Yeah, Silver Surfer had a show. Did you know that? I sure didn't. Then I did. Whatever. But I wanted to get a Galactus for the simple fact that I have Unicron, and well, Galactus is awesome, so you have to have him. And so I went around shopping on eBay, and I looked at all the different versions. The newer one, the Marvel Legends, Marvel Universe one. Well, that one is really, really, really expensive, so that one was off the market for me. Then you had the Marvel Legends one. Well, that was a Build-A-Figure, which was also really expensive, so that one was also off the market for me. Just making sure it's bright enough. Well, then I go back to the really old one, the Fantastic Four line Galactus, which was really old and was also too expensive for me. Then I found this guy, who is the same figure as that, exact same body and arms and legs, except for his head. This one's head is different, and his hands are different too than that one. Oh yeah, and he has a button here, and he speaks instead of the other one. He just lit up with the world-eating machine. But so here he is, Galactus. Like, once again, what more can I say other than it's Galactus? It says it's the 14-inch tall Galactus. I have a tape measure over here to the side, and if you measure him, he does measure 14 inches tall up to the tip of his hat. But if you go all the way up to his horns over here, they're about almost 15.5 inches tall. Dang. So in other words, he's a lot of figure. Remember, I think it was last week when I was talking about the Universal monsters and how big they were? Here's Frank. Face-wise, he's a lot bigger than him. But overall height-wise, Galactus is bigger than him by his horns. Because right here at the tip of their hats and his upraised head, or whatever the heck that thing's called, headpiece, they're about the same height. And remember me mentioning that this Frankenstein's the only one that could look Unicron in the eye. Well, here's my old Unicron. And they are just about they are exactly like the same size. Oh, crap. Unicron, I will review him at a later date. He is just so damn big. I had trouble reviewing him. But right here, about the tip of his horns and the tip of his horns, it's just about the same. I think Unicron might be maybe a little bit bigger, maybe not. I'm just going to say that they're the same height. Because he sort of leans forward when you stand him up. He sort of leans forward when you stand him up. Why? I don't know. He's on third, and I don't care. What's that? I said I don't care. What's that from? Go put it down in the comment section. But, like I said, I got this guy off eBay. It just arrived today. For, how much did I pay? Like $20, I think. Which is a good price for this guy, too, in such good condition. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a little dirty, but that's just because I haven't wiped him off yet. And one more thing, he's a little sticky. Especially here up on the horns, on his arms, and his hands. And his feet, too. And this little skirt piece. But besides that, his head is fine, his body's fine, the button is fine. But his arms and his horns and his feet are really sticky for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's my Florida humidity. Hate Florida. But here's his back, because it's very relevant to show figures' backs. It's not. Very dusty, dirty, man. Probably because my dad said he was probably because he was sitting in a barn. Accessories, he doesn't come with any unless you count his horns, because they are removable. I mean, when I got mine, I had to push them on, and the skirt pieces are removable. I like them there. I'm not moving them. But that's it. That's all his accessories. But he doesn't need any. He's Galactus. Why would he need accessories? Detail. He looks like Galactus. I can tell who he is. You can tell who he is. He doesn't have much intricate detail, but who cares? He's supposed to look like Galactus, and that's what he looks like in the comics and the TV shows, not in that stupid movie. If I had a cloud somewhere, maybe that could look like he did in the movie, but whatever. Articulation, he's got nothing at the head, just little bits of movement. It's probably because of his sound features. A little loose there. He can get a little bit of movement, but that's it. Arms will go up. They will go down. They will bend at the elbow and rotate at the wrist area here. Very, very difficultly, especially on this arm. This one, not quite as bad, but that's okay. I'd much rather the joints be really tight than be really loose. He's got his big, open, reaching out for you hand. Get the palm laser like he does in the Mugen game, or in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where he shoots the lasers out of each individual finger. Galactus is awesome. I'm so happy I got this figure. Like I said, $20. That's a really good price for this guy. At least I think it is. I don't know. Nothing at the legs, surprisingly, but you don't really need to move his legs. I mean, you're not going to get him in some dynamic pose. I got Unicron in a pretty dynamic pose once. I got him in a one-legged kick, but that's about it. Feet, they kind of sort of rotate. I mean, look, they're supposed to be lined up back here, and yes, you can, but then they just sort of pop back where they were, but whatever. Got little staircase designs on his boots. Wish I had a pair of Galactus boots. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about a company called Galactus Boots, where the design looks like this. Come down to Sears this Sunday and get a free trial pair of Galactus boots, or something like that. I don't know about boots and Sears and things. But, features, he's humongous. That's one feature. He's got fully articulated arms. That's what the box said. Fully articulated my foot. They will rotate. They might go all the way around. I'm not going to try. I wouldn't care if they do. They bend at the arm and rotate at the wrist. About to say fist. And that's about it. But that's all the articulation he has. But he doesn't need much. I wish his head wouldn't turn, but that's because they have electronics up there. Speaking of the electronics, I'll turn a couple of my lights off so maybe you can get a better look at them. And then I'm not sure which sound is going to come first, but he has sounds. So here's one. A little electrical sound. And I doubt you can hear these, so I'll bring them up to the camera and show them to you. And here's his other lights and sound. I'll bring it over here to the camera, turn my lights back on. So, here's his first sound, a little electrical noise that he makes. And like all good Galactus figures, he says, like any good version of Galactus should. There he is. For more size comparisons, I'm going to sneak past the camera once again, go over here, and get some of my other really big figures out. Like, for example, let me get past the camera here. For example, here he is in front of, or behind Megatar. he dwarfs him. It's another big figure I talked about. Here is, yeah, why not? Here's the knockoff Devastator. He's comes up to his crotch. Here we go. Here's the anti-monitor. Get him down from there. Here we go. Anti-monitor. Here we go. Oh, crap. Knockoff Devastator all over the floor. But there he is next to anti-monitor. They do look a lot alike, but Galactus is clearly a heck of a lot bigger than him. And he's a Build-A-Figure, too. Oddly enough, I always thought the Build-A-Figure Galactus would have been a lot bigger than the, Marvel Legends, Marvel Universe Galactus. Turns out he's not. And, just for fun, here he is. Well, not really just for fun, but here he is next to Darkseid. Really, really want to get a copy of the comic with Darkseid and Galactus in it. Because, surprise, surprise, go look it up right now. I swear to God, there's a comic where Darkseid fights Galactus. And there's my phone ringing. I'm sure someone else can get that, but I don't really have much else to say about him other than he's perfect. He's a really good figure. Really recommend getting him if you can find him for a cheap price like I do, especially if you don't have a Galactus yet. That's about all for this video. And until next time, just give me a second. Until next time,